Hey folks, I'm just getting home. It's been, where I was, it was raining all day. Sleet, freezing rain, a little bit of snow. I come home because I'm quite a bit further north and looks like we got mostly snow here. But it's awful cold and it's awful damp. Wind's coming right at my face. Thank you for coming back. The video I posted yesterday, a lot of nice responses, a lot of nice comments. Thank you very much. But KB Chicks made a good point. You know, I've worked in the psychology field for many, many years, and it's true. When people get overwhelmed, some people just dig deeper, right? Some people just dig deeper. They're gonna win. They're gonna come out on top no matter how tough it gets, right? Then you have those that are gonna whine and complain. But then you have those who get overwhelmed and they shut right down, right? They just shut right down. They become so numb and they don't know what to do and they don't know what the next step is, and they just shut right down. They just become like a zombie, really. And sometimes you can motivate, get them out of that funk a little bit. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't. And some people get into that zombie state for so long that they just go under, right? They just end up just going away. And that's really sad, you know? A lot like depression. You know, if a person is depressed, it's really hard for them just to get up in the morning, folks. And it's not because they're lazy. If they truly have depression, and it's pretty significant, it's pretty hard to get them motivated. It's pretty hard to get themselves motivated. I've worked in that field a long time. I know what it's like, folks. They don't want to bathe. They don't want to eat. All they want to do is lay down and sleep all day, right? Some people pick up drinking. Some people pick up drugs. Some people just slither away, right? So it's pretty hard to motivate somebody that has clinical depression. It really is. That used to be my job for a long time. So, good point, KB Chicks. Good point. Good point. So, if you're clinically depressed, I mean, severely depressed, and that's just part of this makeup up here, right? And you rely on maybe some therapy, some counseling, with meds, right? With meds. It's hard work. You can't treat clinical depression with meds alone, folks. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work. You gotta work at it. And so if there ever comes a time when if you're clinically depressed, or somebody is clinically depressed, and no fault of their own, folks, okay? It's a chemical makeup up here. Just like bipolar, you know, just like all of that, right? Anxiety. That's a lot of hard work on that person to keep that under control, and the meds help. The meds aren't going to do it all. It's a balance there, right? So what if you can't get those meds? And your skills that you try to maintain every day just to live that one more day, because that's how bad some people get, folks. Okay, it's really sad. You know, you can see the worth in them. I can see the worth in them. They can't see the worth in themselves. You know, one of the saddest things somebody ever told me, I said, you know, you're a pretty good guy. I really like you. You got a lot to offer. You got a good sense of humor. You're highly intelligent. You're very polite. You're a gentleman. And you know what he said to me? He said, I wish I could see that. You know, within a month, he was found under a pine tree. Yeah, found under a pine tree in on the lawn of a psychiatric hospital, folks. He made it that far. He didn't make it the rest of the way. Such a shame. He was such a nice guy, you know. And I've lost a few over the years. And after a while, you know, I used to work in the homeless shelter, right? Worked with the mentally ill for years. And a lot of them have taken their own lives, or they were dry for a long time, because a lot of them have drug abuse, right? Because they self-medicated. And after a while, you know, I have a big heart, but it's almost like it doesn't faze you after a few minutes. You get that and say, that's too bad. You know, that person really struggled. I know I did all I could do for them. I know others did all they could do for them. And then you move on. You move on. And I told my supervisor one day, I said, you know, I've gotten kind of numb to the death. I've gotten kind of numb to the death. It's like, it happens so often that you just become numb to it. You just don't have a reaction after the first couple of minutes. That's too bad. I know I couldn't have done any more. Nobody could have done any more. They just chose to do what they did. And then you moved on. I didn't like that part. That's when I got done, folks. That's when I got done. I was too hardened. So when things get real bad, folks, there's going to be some that rely on medication, ventilators. They're going to go first, right? They're just going to go first. Then those people that rely on those psychiatric meds, a lot of them will go, because we won't be able to get them, right? And if times got real hard, they couldn't self-medicate, right? So, and then you've got the other spectrum. If somebody's a person with paranoid schizophrenic, or any of the others that are pretty serious, if they're unmedicated, they're going to become very dangerous, because they rely on those medications to keep them stable, right? And they don't have them all of a sudden. A lot of times alcohol makes it worse, right? Just like with depression. I had company pulling the ad, so I had to stop. I apologize. So, when things get really bad, folks, people are going to be numb. Some people will just say, this is too much. I'm just going to do what I need to do. I'm a fighter, though. Me. I'm a fighter. You want me to lose? I'll die winning. I will. You tell me I can't do something, I'm going to prove you wrong. That's just the way I am. I'm a fighter. A lot of you are fighters, too. We're going to fight right to the very end. Right to the bitter end, if it has to be. We're just going to fight. Some people just don't have that in them. And I know quite a few people over the years that will just give up. Because because it's easier to give up. It's just easier. So, that's all I've got today, folks. It's starting to rain. A little bit of sleet mixed in with it. It's awfully chilly out. But hang in there. Dig deep. If you have a tendency to have depression, work on those skills. Work on those skills. Do what you got to do, folks. Just do what you got to do. Make it count. Make every cent count. Make every deal count. I got a couple of female Muscovies over here. They act like they're going to go into a battle. So, I think I'm going to end this with just showing you the Muscovies.